All right. We live once again, family. Y'all already know what time it is. The hardest and rawest commentary on the planet. Political, international, national, local. We dropping it down for the family. At the very last minute, 11th hour, there has been a ceasefire agreement between the United States, Israel, and Iran. They found a way to, I think, you had Pakistan, you had other nations that stepped in and because it was looking real ugly for a minute. You see, it was looking real ugly for a minute. Donald Trump was talking about, man, just blowing goddamn Iran off the map. Say they're gonna take it off the damn map. And so people was nervous about that because you know what I'm saying. They saying the man is unhinged. They saying the man is crazy, and so but there is and from my understanding, they will be allowing ships to come through the Strait of Hormuz. You understand Hormuz? You see what I'm saying? So we'll see how that go. You see, we'll see how that go. But I tell you what, a lot of people was nervous. We seen a lot of Iranians supposedly went to the power plants and was standing around the power plants to protect the power plants. And so they felt, I mean, they must have took it serious. It was, if Donald Trump was calling bluff, he called a damn bluff because they went out there to stand around them damn nuclear plants. So they was taking it real serious because I told y'all they knew and understood the level of destruction it would have took Iran. It would have took them, man. Listen here, it would have been over with, and I told you it would have been over with for them. You know what I'm saying? It would have been over, and nobody wants to see that. That's ridiculous. You see what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. But we don't never get all the information. We don't really know what's going on. It could very well be a possibility. But see, the thing is, I had to, I growing up, I have always heard Iran say death to America. You see, Black Power. I've always heard Iran say death to America. I mean, so what the fuck is they worried about what Donald Trump say about Iran? I know but I mean, what the fuck? What is the difference? I'm trying to figure that out. Death to America. You see, and I understand, but I understand also that we over here, and I'm not gonna let nobody play me. You see, because in every terrorist attack, if a nigga was on the scene, they continue with the attack. Okay, so I just want y'all to know that. You whether you there, they gonna continue on. So whether they say where we not we're not targeting black. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe, see this, understand they also say that the Iranians are master negotiators, which means you could talk a whole lot of bullshit. And once you understand negotiation is just like war, a lot of times it's about deception, how much you could get from another motherfucker without having to give up so much yourself. You see, where you come out on top. That's all that shit is. You see, so a lot of people, I seen these videos out here where they talking about why Iran set the black hostages free. Nigga, that's all strategic. They didn't give a goddamn about them people. Iran been having slavery, goddamn it, since the purge. They've been enslaving black people for the last 1,000 goddamn years. I mean, goddamn. I mean, come on now. This is what I'm talking about. Weak because we so busy looking for somebody else to big up and pretend. That's just like niggas say, oh man, he not like all other white people. When you get a nigga to say something like, oh, he's not like she's not like all other white people. She cool. He's cool. That's what y'all doing with them Iranians. Get out my face with that. You see what I'm saying? They all the same. That's just the truth of the matter, you know? And so you rather go whine and shit about I wouldn't give a damn. You understand what I'm saying? They lacing all that death and destruction. If it ain't Iran, it's Saudi Arabia. If it ain't Saudi Arabia, it's United Arab Emirates, it's Oman, is all of them are lacing them jihadists in Africa. All of them. And if it ain't the ones outside of Africa, it's the ones in control in Africa, the ones in Egypt, the ones in Libya, the ones in Algeria. All of them is Tunisia. You see, I got all type of video and I put them all in a playlist to show you that I've been talking about this for a long time. Okay, I've been talking about the jihadists because nobody else was talking about it, and nobody is talking about it now for real. Sudan is like one of the worst battlefields on the planet. We talking about, man, just death and destruction all through goddamn Sudan. Nobody even mentions it. But soon as something get ready to happen to Iran, you niggas out there whining and crying and y'all don't speak up for nothing because now y'all on some movement where y'all don't even connect with Africa. But you will go connect with a goddamn Iranian or a damn Palestinian. Man, I don't understand what's wrong with you niggas. You see, I don't understand what's wrong with you and never will. And I would never agree to nothing like what you talking about. You see what I'm saying? And so, yeah, we have to look at the atomic bombs that they've been dropping on Africa. You see, when you talk about Boko Haram over there, I think they with ISIS. They with ISIS. You see, I think they be a ISIS affiliate, Boko Haram. You know, and Al Qaeda and all in it. I seen where they went over to Mali and just destroyed Mali. I say, wow. Man, they went into all the ancient, the things. I couldn't believe it. I just could not believe that, man. That's what really pushed me over the edge to do the playlist. When I heard and I seen it, I could not believe it. They went into Mali and the mosque and the University of Saint Corey, they destroyed that. They destroyed every shrine almost that was in Mali. They destroyed them all. And I seen, if you go look at it, you can see that there were groups that, because the people still got the skills to build it back. You know what I'm saying? So there was, people donated money and whatever so that they could, and they went in there and rebuilt all the shrines back. But man, they got video where they over there busting, taking hammers. They came in. It was, it was hundreds of them. They came and the people fled and they was trying to get to the books of Timbuktu, but they knew they was coming, so they was able to remove the books. They took it to a neighboring country, I believe. They was going to set fire to the books because we know that Timbuktu was famous for literature, and so almost every family in Timbuktu got books. If you go in their house, they bring out they trunks full of scrolls and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So, they feel that, see, some of these jihadists, they don't want you to know nothing but the Quran. You see, they don't want you to, if it ain't in the Quran, they don't want you reading it. They don't want you studying it. And so, Mali and a lot of the Muslims in Africa, a lot of them are Sufi Muslims. I don't, okay, I'm all right, meaning that they keep a lot of their African traditions. Clothing, they still keep the vibrant colors where the Arab, he gonna wear one color, where the Africans, they look like any other African. You can't really tell them apart. They got dreadlocks. They have a lot of, they like to wear a lot of stones, because we into our frequency. We like stones, all the power and frequency of the different type of precious stones and things. So they make a lot of jewelry, and they still chant, they still sing, they meditate, they chant, they have mantras, and the Muslims don't like that. The Arab don't like that. And so Mali being a lot of Sufism there, those shrines, those are saints. They said that I forget how many saints they had in Mali. And so, so Timbuktu is a city of saints. And so all them shrines, see, they don't want us to have no saints. Even though they go to all type of I seen the documentary. They got a shrine for every damn Ali and all the caliphs. They got shrines for them, and they go to these shrines and they pray and they do all of that. But then when it come to our people having black saints and they don't want that. They don't want that. So they went over there and they destroyed a lot of the shrines, and luckily the people rebuilt the shrines back up. But that just show you, man, the death and destruction that they bring into Africa. If I could go over the book Rape of the Nile by Brian Fagan, and he talks about all the death and destruction that the Arab then brought, and they was the ones that sold all the shit you see in the British Museum and in the Louvre and all of that. People want to get busy. We can get busy. And I'll show you the death and destruction. They gave them under the rule of the Arab, bro. Let the European gave them permits to go in there and take whatever you want. That's how you know it didn't belong. Now they say, oh, it's their culture. But damn, when they first got in there, they were selling it to anybody that had some money. You see, they'll give them a permit, and then you can go in there and if you could get the pyramid, if you could take the pyramid, that damn hole that you see in which one is that? I believe was that Menkaura's pyramid or the Giza or Khufu's pyramid. One of them holes, I don't know if it was the one of Menkaura or the one of Khufu. Air blew that hole in the pyramid. They was over there knocking down all type of temples. You understand? To build the mosque of Egypt and Cairo. They've been over there destroying our stuff. So I don't have, it is what it is. So I would never come in here and cry, and for what? Ain't nobody cry for you. You ain't never got no justice for all the crimes that been committed against you. So, but that don't mean that we pray for death and destruction, but we do pray to overcome and regain control and power over our land and our existence. We do that. You see what I'm saying? But we can't pray for people not dropping nuclear bombs on the planet, and that's going to destroy the planet. So we still got to we still got to be in alignment and frequency, where no death and destruction come to this planet. You see what I'm saying? So, but anyway, United States and Israel agreed to a 2-week Iran ceasefire, and so maybe they can get up out of this shit. Maybe they can. You see, but that ain't got nothing to do with you and me. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand that if we don't get our shit together, somebody gonna be threatening our ass, that they're gonna drop something on our ass. You keep sitting back sitting on your hands idle when you need to be getting busy trying to establish some nationality and some self-defense and some structure to this community. So we are in preparation for anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And that we are ready to face anything and be successful in it in the coming future. This is what we should be doing. This is what we must do if we're going to survive on this planet. Appreciate y'all, family. Get over to Patreon. Don't you hesitate. We got some links out there in the chat. Let me put that up there. In the chat, click a link, support the general, so we could continue to wake our people up. You ain't gonna come over here and get the same commentary. I can guarantee you that. See you in a minute, family. Appreciate you. We got a couple more presentations we want to talk about before we get up off of here tonight, and we're gonna be on Patreon. Appreciate y'all, family. Black Power.